So now I am going to give my opinions about what is going viral as a Buga sphere. It is said to be a sphere, according to the given data, made of aluminium with about 20 to 40 centimeter diameter, and then it was found in an agricultural land. So now with the different claims and experimental results, etc., I'll just give, as a material science person, mechanical person, my opinions regarding some of the things that we can see and some of the experimental so-called facts. This is the photo of the so-called Buga sphere that I have taken from the internet. It is having a peculiar circuit like etching at one particular side of it. That is the most curious part of it. It is symmetrical like a mirror image along the axis AB. Not only along the axis AB, it is symmetrical about every 45-degree axis. That means if you draw 45-degree, 90 like this axis, along every axis it is the symmetrical mirror image like thing. That means it is having 45-degree symmetry of the design, and there is a central depression or something like that, from where they were putting some kind of a probe, not going into it but measuring. This is through some kind of X-ray or ultrasound or whatever it is they have measured, something like this. The surface is not exactly very smooth. We can see some grinding like marks on so-called the polished surface, and also there are something like sky star pattern in the form of small pits or something like that, along with some scratches like things are horizontal vertical lines, as you can see here, may coincide to some star pattern or whatever, I don't know. It is said to have no joint. Of course, we can think of doing such a thing by what is called as friction welding, where a third material is not required and the same material fuses. There are inscriptions which we cannot understand what it is, similar to something like Egyptian or whatever things. That jointless sphere, we can think of 3D printing also. Has it been 3D printed locally or is it from somewhere else? The interior design by ultrasound and so many other things revealed four directional views like this. In one direction it looks like a flower vase, but it is tilted, bent like that, and there is another small sphere inside. And this is a very important thing. Weight increase from 2 kg to 10 kg, for which I have given a detailed explanation. Regarding the increase in weight, my speculation, I'm telling you, my speculation is, if it is really from some other planet with a higher intelligence, there is a possibility of some kind of anti-gravity. They have done it so that it can slowly descend onto the Earth's surface. If it is dropped, it will break into pieces. So they did something which made it very, very light, so that through the atmosphere it landed on that agricultural land and then started gaining its original weight. And that is true if they are what they are saying from 2 kg to 10 kg is true. It may increase further to its original weight. But then comes the question, that can we do something like anti-gravity by putting some negative mass or some kind of a thing, or should we have to understand what actually is gravity and what actually is mass? That is still a questionable thing. Regarding the response to the sound, further experiments are required. A particular tuning fork like frequency sound is to be tested, and so many other things that we can do, including the interior structures, any movements, etc. Further, for all these things, there are certain radiations that is said to be emitting, which is to be checked again. There is also a thing called a temperature reduction, which is to be further checked in the view of that there is some magnetic interference which may alter right from the weight measurement, because I have seen that they are doing weight measurement with digital instruments. This particular radiation coming out, if it is true, can alter those readings, and therefore weight ones can be checked periodically using spring balance also. Like that, if possible, different kinds of measurements must be done, that there is no interference digitally from that particular device. Of course, this is just the first part of my opinions. If there is any further evidence, facts, experimental findings, then probably I will do the second part covering those things. Thank you very much. I want all of you to express your opinions also in comment section.